Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport. This model is the Badlands. It's finished off in ruby red metallic and it has an MSRP just over $43,000. We have a very rugged, smaller size SUV from Ford that has a lot to offer. So we'll start off underneath the hood, where this is powered by the 2-liter EcoBoost inline 4-cylinder engine. This is paired to an 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out 250 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque. That power is sent through the full-time 4-wheel drive system, propelling this 3,700-pound SUV from 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. This also has around 21 miles per gallon in the city, 27 out on the highway for its fuel economy, and you're looking at just over 8 inches of ground clearance. So this is a rugged vehicle that you can take off the pavement. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, you'll notice Bronco finished off in white just to pay tribute to some of the original models. There is a forward-facing camera, some gray accents for the grille, which also is integrated surrounding the headlights, high beams, and DRLs. There's fog lights in the lower section, a sensor for the distance pacing, tow hooks up front, all the parking sensors too, and plenty of cutouts to provide a lot of cooling to this engine. There's also some nice bulges that come down the hood too. Now you'll notice that there's plastic in the lower section of the bumper and it works its way to the fender arches and the lower side skirt. This also has a really nice set of matte black wheels with an all-terrain tire. There's also a camera system on the side mirrors. There's roof racks up top, and you'll notice too this bulge in the roof line. That is to give your backseat passengers much more headspace. And you'll also notice too the two-tone design. So we have the ruby red with the gloss black for the roof and some of those components up top. Now in back, there's the third brake light, wiper blade in the lower section, Bronco Sport badge, taillights on both sides, backup camera, all of the parking sensors, and with the factory hitch, this can tow right around 2,700 pounds. So if you have some smaller items, you can hook up a trailer and use this as a small utility vehicle. Now you can also open up the glass independently, which is a really nice feature. So you can quickly grab in any items and then use the button on the right side to open up the liftgate. It is not power operating, but it is pretty lightweight. And in back, there's some hooks that have a lasso on them. There's some 12 volts too. You get a full-size spare with some storage under the floor and a very nice rugged material here. So when you fold down the seats or just throw in any items, it is going to keep your interior well protected. So you can just throw in any items and you are good to go. Now for the interior, pretty simple setup. We have some gray accents along with some black accents there, and then a solid gray for these seats. Now at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. You do get storage pockets that you can zip up, along with some areas in the lower section to place items. You have vents in the middle, auxiliaries down below, even some hidden storage space with a Bronco logo there. And then in the middle, there's the armrest and 2 cup holders. And I have tons of headroom. You could be over 6 feet tall and still fit in the back of this smaller vehicle. Now up front, there's memory seating adjustments, window controls, side mirror adjustments, Bang & Olufsen for the audio, and more storage down below. And then as we start this up, there's a solid leather steering wheel with paddle shifters on both sides. All of the cruise control settings, distance pacing, lane keeping assist, volume. On the right side, there's Bluetooth controls, and then you have the functions to go through the main screen here, where you can go through quite a lot. You can even get into My View, which is going to be customizable, so you can pull up the information that you would like in your shortcut here, or you can just go through the rest of this information and toggle through it as needed. So a good bit right in the middle there. You have a liftgate release, headlight, fog light adjustments, a dimmer switch, 1 air vent, and then a little bit of storage up top and a very large infotainment system. Just by pushing on home, you get to this setup here, where you can get into settings, just depending on how you'd like to configure this. It also features a split view, so you can pull up information on that right side. There's different features to get into, like towing, driver assistance, and then apps like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The entire lower section is fixed, where you can get into the heated seats. There's temperature adjustments, heated steering wheel, fan speed, where you would like the air to go, and some defrosters. There's air vents underneath that, power and volume. There's also a shortcut to the camera system. So with the 360 view, you have the top-down view, and then you can pull up the forward-facing camera and the rear-facing camera, of course. This also has this control here to adjust what you'd like to see. There's parallel parking, defrosters, engine start stop. You get wireless charging with storage and auxiliaries. There's cup holders, and then we can also pull up the rear facing camera with a few different angles too. It will have that top down view. And then you have drive, manual setting, and park, e-brake with auto hold. There's also a 4-wheel drive lock, a locking rear differential, traction control, 1-pedal driving for off-road, and then the GOAT modes. So you can go through all of these, just depending on the tarmac and the driving that you would like to do. You can have these set up and ready to go. Now you do get storage with an auxiliary. There's storage in the glove box, and then rear view mirror, dome lights, and a sunglass holder too. And here's a look at visibility. It's pretty easy to see over both shoulders. And we're still in sport mode. I have it in the normal setting, so it will shift by itself. Here we go. And just a mild acceleration, we're up to speed. You can actually hear the turbos just a little bit. At slower speeds, you can hear it in the parking lot, which is pretty neat for an SUV like this. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the Ford Bronco Sport. We do have some nice updates for the 25-year model, and it's a nice smaller size vehicle overall. I am pretty impressed too with what this vehicle can do off the pavement. With the Bronco Off-Rodeo event that we attended, it can do some pretty impressive things for the stock configuration. So if you are going off the pavement, you have a pretty capable vehicle that can tackle some terrain, some obstacles. Again, not quite like its bigger brother, the Bronco, but it's impressive nonetheless if you do have to take it off the pavement. And we have some very nice features for the pricing too. I think it's a really nice vehicle with the materials that you get and just the capabilities it has. It doesn't feel like it's too plasticky inside or anything like that, but for the price, it's kind of what you would expect to see. But definitely a very nice layout. The technology features that you get is great too. We have the height adjustment for the driver's seat too, so you can set that up the way that you would like. We have a great outlook over the hood, especially with the bulges on both sides there. So it's easy to place. It's a small vehicle, so it's definitely very easy to drive too. And that is going to wrap it up for the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport. Once again, a huge shout out to Mooresville Ford for providing this rugged SUV for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.